The market gives us the start of a bounce as expected. Are the bulls done? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we told you that the market was coming to a place where we should see a bounce in a wave 2, and that is exactly what we saw. After pushing slightly lower overnight, the market did push back over 4,500 to give us a little bit of a bounce, and now the question is, are the bulls done? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the charts, a quick housekeeping note. I will be out Thursday and Friday spending time with my family camping, so I am going to run an incredible deal on our Elliott Wave for Beginners course where you'll get a $30 coupon code toward the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as we talked about yesterday, we moved down and what looked like a wave 1 of 3. They gave us a little 4 or 5 here to complete. A little lower and close to the pivot area, but they did hold where we needed them to. Then we got a bounce, and this bounce does look like the start of wave 2. Now, I don't think it's done. I do think this is either just the A wave of A or it's the A wave of 2. In either case, the market should be pushing higher. We got a B wave pullback, and now they kind of bounced here a little bit into the close. And what we would expect to see is we'd expect to see the market on this move up, this next move, hit about the 45.24 area. Now, the reason I say this could just be the A wave of 2 is that it's just under the 50% retrace, and what we'd really expect is the market to hit the 45.26 to 45.47 area on this bounce. And with the Fed coming up, we get a lot of spikes in both directions, so I could see very easily tomorrow be kind of this move up and then kind of a B wave down into support. And then once we get the Fed stuff on Wednesday, you get a spike up into that zone and then a move down to start wave 3 of 3. So that would be the ideal path, that we get a move up into the 45.26 to 45.47 zone. It was 45.30 to 50 yesterday, but with the market moving a little lower, those targets do come down a few points. So that's why they're slightly different than yesterday. So we would look for that move up before we see the next breakdown. However, if the bears decide they're done giving the bulls the opportunity to push it higher, we would look for the market to break 44.93 first. And then if they can break 44.93, we would expect them to challenge the pivot, which is the 44.80 area. So 44.93 would essentially be the 764 retrace of this move up. So the bounce off of the low. And now coming back, 44.93 is what the bulls would want to hold to keep pressure to the upside and kind of get that wave 2 completed. But a direct break down through 44.93 does open the door to the 44.80 area. And if they get there, 44.53 would be our next target at the 1.0. But if this is going to be a 3 down, we would expect them to break through 44.53 down toward the 44.27 area. So that's the two paths that we're really looking at. Can the bulls give us the more standard wave 2, which is what we would expect, up towards 45.26 to 45.47? Or did the bears give them a little baby bounce here, and then we come back down and challenge the pivot? Again, that's 44.80. A break of that should lead us to a bigger sell-off. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, on the NASDAQ 2-hour chart, you can see they did come down and they touched the pivot right here, the bottom of the pivot at the 764, and bounced off of it. Not uncommon. Very often we come down to the pivot and fail, bounce or chop here, and then break through. In this case, they bounced a little bit, and that's pretty common because the pivot is generally strong support. Again, we've talked about why wave 3s work, because the first wave comes down and tests that area, weakens the support. You get a wave 2 bounce. You get 1 of 3 comes down, tests that area, weakens support, but you get a weaker bounce. And then wave 3 of 3 comes down, chops on that support until it breaks and gives you a nice sell-off and a strong move down. Again, this is all technical analysis. It's all standard stuff. People think that Elliott Wave is made up of just guesses and waves, and that's not the case at all. It's all about support and resistance and key levels and sentiment. And that's how Elliott Wave works and why it's so powerful. In any case, what we're looking at here is they did bounce up. We would be looking for a pullback and then another bounce. Another bounce off of this pullback. We got the pullback and then another bounce higher toward that 15.530 area. And then we'd be looking for the move down to the pivot again, breaking through it, down to the 1236 at the 15096 level would be our next target. Now on the NASDAQ, I do think we could see some extension in wave 3 of 3. And the reason for that, our 1-2 of wave C, okay, is only targeting the 14700 area, whereas the AB 1.0 comes in down here at 14429, which is the 2618. So when that happens, very often we see extensions in wave 3 of 3. So instead of hitting the standard target at 15096, we could see a push to 15022 or even as low as 14903 before we see a bounce. And if we see that, we would look for the bounce, then back up toward the 1236, then down into the 14700 area, one more bounce, and down to the 14429 NASDAQ level. So because the 1-2 of C, the two red Roman numerals, are coming up not terribly short, but a little bit short of the target, one extension short, which is not a big deal, and the A, B are targeting lower, generally what you see is an extension in wave 3 of 3. So again, can the bulls push this back up towards the 15530 area and then look for a breakdown that comes down and breaks the pivot and starts us on our way? Or are we looking at more of a direct move down where they come down and break the pivot directly into this 15096 to as low as 14903 on an extension to the downside? Guys, if you love the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, and in the intro, I told you I would have a coupon for you. I'm spending time with family this weekend, so from now until the end of the week, you can use the coupon code FAMILY, okay? Use the coupon code FAMILY, and when you click on the course, when you come over, you're going to put in the code down here at the bottom. It'll say have a coupon right here under password confirmation. You click have a coupon, and then you enter the coupon code FAMILY and scroll back to the top, and it should say price is $37. So you get $30 off with the coupon code FAMILY. And that should say $37 here. Make sure it says that before you move to the next screen. Then come down, you can either hit pay with credit card or pay with PayPal, and then you hit the sign up button and it will take you to the next screen. And that's where you enter your payment information. Very important. Some people get confused that it says pay with credit card and you can't enter your card here. That's because it happens on the next screen when you hit sign up. I'm not going to go through all that. I just wanted you to know where to put that coupon in. Now, the course is 25 videos that I go over in 3 different sections. The first one is the introduction, where we go over expectations, mindset and emotion, the KISS method, and why it works. The second one is your chart setup and tools, where we go through every single tool you need to use on your chart and how to use it to confirm what you're seeing in Elliott Wave. And then the Elliott Wave for Beginners portion, where you get to go through every single wave and how it works, where its confirmation points are, where its failure points are. We go through corrective zigzag, theory of alternation, corrective depth theory, all the stuff, the pivot, everything you want to know to be successful trading in the market. And quite frankly, as you can see from the testimonials on the screen, to understand the market for the first time, instead of trying to understand why the news cycles work the way they do, positive news takes us down, negative news takes us up, people don't understand what's going on. Elliott Wave allows you to firmly understand the market, and this course makes it easy to do in bite-sized chunks and a very simple explanation. Again, $30 off with the coupon code FAMILY. Now, the really cool part is it is included in both monthly memberships. So if you don't want to buy the course, you can become a monthly member. And if you become a monthly member, the course is included for free. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where we go over exactly where we are in the charts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price, and he gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trades. It's so unique. It's something you really need to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to see you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Okay, the key takeaways for today. Big thing we're looking for is the bulls to continue back up toward the 45.24 area, ultimately towards 45.26 to 47 to complete wave 2. Then we would look for a push down to break the pivot at 44.80 and continuation there. However, a direct move down through 44.93 would be an indication that they're going to test the pivot in a more direct manner. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup. We're looking for a push back up toward that 15.530 area, and then it come down to break the pivot at 15.336. However, if the bears can push down through the pivot directly, then it does lead us directly to 15.216 and possibly even extensions to as low as 14.903. Guys, that is your market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.